Guys, there is another thing causing heart problems and blood clots this week. I feel like every week we're covering this.
Yeah.
More and more. They keep adding to the things. Everyone out of nowhere is getting heart attacks and blood clots, and I guess they're finding the reasons. This week's reason is car exhaust and climate change, which I guess kind of goes hand in hand, so please be careful.
Extreme weather conditions, it says specifically.
Extreme weather.
What causes extreme weather? Climate change, of course.
Yeah, which is actually interesting because climate change, they're really positioned well for climate change because they've basically been telling us for the last 30 years, climate change, and then no one listens. And then they started ramping it up like the world's going to end in 20 years if no one listens, and then no one listens. And then in that time, they figured out the technology to control the weather.
Smart.
So
technology caught up with their claims, basically.
Technology caught up with their claims, so now they know how to make extreme weather. So now they're going to bake up some extreme weather for us. They're going to hit us with some super hurricanes or some super high heat or some horrible flooding or big snowstorm or whatever. And everyone's going to be like, we kind of had this coming.
Yeah, we deserved it almost.
Yeah, we definitely, exactly.
AOC is the one who said the world was going to end in 12 years. And I just looked it up. That was 3 years ago. So we're 9 years off.
We're running out of time. But they have the technology to do whatever they want with the weather. So I'm sure they'll find some proof, and then at the end we'll be like, damn, they told us so.
Fair.
All right, moving on. We have a very important housekeeping this week. Richard Rapway, did you punch a lady at the Arizona Cardinals game?
No, I did not.
Let's play the clip and see. There's you. Looks like you're swinging on this lady.
This is a Buccaneers game.
Oh, so it was the Buccaneers game,
Yeah.
So that's why I was wrong.
Lady fight, dude. There's me in the background. There's me with the glasses in the background.
I think that's you right here fighting the lady. So what happened? She hit you first?
Yeah, she hit me first. I had to swing, and then she wasn't doing any damage, so I just stood my ground so security wouldn't take me out, obviously.
Well, she hit you first. You said so yourself in the video.
Yep.
Glad you're okay. You look like you're pretty unfazed from it.
Yeah, no, women punches,
Yeah.
Pretty ineffective at the end of the day.
All right. Obviously, that's a bit. We're moving on. All seriousness, we have a new tip. I try to give tips to people as I think of them on the show. I have a new tip for everybody. If you're ever in a debate with someone who's not that smart and they're wearing glasses, before the debate starts, for example, I'll do it with Richard Rapway. Before the debate starts, you say, "Oh, cool glasses. What's your prescription?"
-2.5.
-2.5. So Richard Rapway is a smart person with glasses, so he has real glasses.
I need them.
And he needs them. If you're debating someone who's an idiot and trying to look smart with glasses, they'll probably say, "Oh, there's no prescription," or like, "Oh, these are just frames." And now you've exposed them for being stupid and wearing fake glasses to look smart, which is their nightmare right before the debate.
On camera.
And just go, "Oh, cool glasses. What's your prescription?" Well, there is none. These are just frames." "Oh, cool." And then everyone knows they're an idiot. Or they say -2 + 1 or whatever. And you go, "Okay, cool."
Fair. What about if they're blue blocker glasses? Do you have a plan there? Is that as embarrassing or?
It's not as embarrassing, and that's the best defense for anybody, but blue blocker glasses fall under the same umbrella as fake glasses to look smart.
Okay.
If they're wearing blue blockers, it's a little bit better than saying, "Oh, these are just empty or clear frames." Not
still
as
embarrassing,
bad.
though.
Still embarrassing. Still people trying to look smart wearing glasses who don't need them.
All right, good tip. Before the debate, nitpick your opponent's appearance and
Yeah,
start
they go, "Cool
needling
glasses." And they go, "Oh, what's the prescription?" They go, "There is none." And then you go, but if they say real prescription, then you go, "Oh, cool. Nothing happened. You didn't lose any ground in what you gave up." You know what I mean? You say, "Oh, cool glasses. Yeah. Oh, -2. Cool."
I was waiting with a knife behind my back to hammer you if you said it was nothing.
Yep. Moving on.
It's Fleckus's birthday today, guys.
It is Fleckus's birthday today. Thank you, Richard Rapboy.
We're filming. So
happy birthday to Fleckus.
Yeah, happy birthday. I've already said it. So let's leave him a $1 super chat, guys. How about
Very
that?
nice of you. It's a great idea. Make it $3, actually. $1 is kind of a waste of time, and YouTube takes a chunk, so make it $3. For my birthday, super chat in the comments. Everyone who leaves a $3 super chat gets responded to. And if you leave a $20 super chat with your Instagram or Twitter handle, I will follow you back.
Somebody asked me the other day. They were like,
"That's a good deal."
Yeah, that's it. I guess if you value the follow. Somebody asked me the other day. They were like, "Hey, dude, I've been on Patreon. Can you guys follow me back?" And I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot we do that. We promised
Yes,
that.
there is a bonus land Patreon level where if you join, I think it's $20 a month, we follow you back. And if we owe you one, let us know. We'll follow you back. Or if you leave us $20 super chat in the comments this week, we will follow you back. Make sure you leave your handle in there as well. We are still in housekeeping. It's a very important housekeeping. Dan Crenshaw this week sided with Dave Portnoy against Alex Stein. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
So basically there was a fight. Barstool and Dave Portnoy posted some Alex Stein clip for a second. He was doing a bit about gambling in Las Vegas, and then they deleted it. So on this show, obviously, we've been talking about how Barstool isn't on our side. They're not a right-wing company. Not that they need to be, but they're just not. And then also Dan Crenshaw is not on our side. He's not a right-wing person. He's a rhino. So then a week later, after saying all these things, those two people came together and proved how not on our side they are.
Yeah, they danced around, ring around the rosy, showed each other
it into existence.
Yeah. The Barstool one was funny. And that was kind of like a miscommunication. Like Alex Stein, like I kind of understand the Barstool side of it. Like they took it down because it was like a degenerate gambling story where it's like, we're a gambling company.
Yeah. Alex Stein was doing a bit about how he's in Vegas. He's talking to like the Vegas city council and he's like, I got drunk and I lost all my money, and it was like a bit. It was funny.
A pretty apolitical one for him. Like he wasn't doing like whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So
and then Barstool posted it as like a joke, like a meme, like this is what happens in Vegas. And then Dave Portnoy obviously took it down because they're now a gambling company, and you can't
talk about degenerate or addictive gambling.
Yeah, exactly. PR wise and like HR wise, you can't make jokes like that.
Yeah,
which I understand. And then they went to a little fight, Alex Stein and Dave Portnoy. And Dan Crenshaw signs with Dave Portnoy.
Because Crenshaw got heckled by Alex Stein too. So it was kind of like a forced alliance or whatever. But then Portnoy goes off about like, I'm not on the right wing. I fucking hate the right wing. I hate the left wing too.
I hate the right as much as I hate the left. Cool. I knew that. Yeah. I told you guys that last week. That's why we brought it up. And here we see it coming to fruition. Yep. The whatever is coming back to harvest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then Crenshaw this week said 99% of the GOP doesn't agree the FBI is corrupt or whatever.
Crenshaw's just taking liberties and speaking for 99%.
99%, Dan?
What's your approval rating, Dan, on the right? Like, can we talk about this?
Why don't you run for president, Dan? Seems like you got everyone on your side. Seems like you're the nice, rational guy. You're right in the middle. Middleman Dan. Yeah. Don't let us bet on the ponies no more.
Democrats would love it if you ran, dude.
Yeah, so FBI obviously is corrupt, Russia collusion. They try to steal Gretchen Whitmer. They try to label parents at school board meetings as domestic terrorists. And if you go back further, they supported the KKK.
All the white supremacy symbols are just like the revolution stuff. Like
the Betsy Ross flag is a white supremacy symbol. Yeah. Waco, Ruby Ridge. So obviously FBI has like been compromised since the beginning, I would say.
It's become a meme too, where it's like the FBI, it's like he was on our radar after like a mass shooting or like the Boston bombing
every
or something.
Single person.
It's like he was on our radar. It's like, then why did he kill 20 people?
So my question for Dan Crenshaw is this. Dan Crenshaw, have you spoken to Liz Cheney since her election defeat directly? Have you spoken directly to Liz Cheney since her election defeat, Dan?
Did you get on the phone with her? Did you hop on?
Do you have, because there's some records. There are records. Did you talk to Liz Cheney directly, Dan, since her loss? Are you friends with her still? Let us know. Cool. So, yeah, moving on. Lizzo's chair. Lizzo was on a show, and her chair had some big wheels on it compared to the other guests on the show.
Seemed like an industrial type chair to me.
Yeah, it did seem a little more industrial.
And if you look in the background, there's another chair that's pretty normal that could have been used.
Yeah.
And everyone else's are normal.
I was going to do a bit making fun of her, but I decided not to. I'm a fat fuck myself. Mm-hmm. There in the temporary studio we're in right now, there's termite damage on the floor. I'm actually falling through the floor myself here. So we're not going to make fun of Lizzo too much. She did have the industrial chair for that interview, but that's it. We're not going to extrapolate why. We're not going to make fun of anyone. But I just wanted to point that out. She did have this mega chair for her.
Well, she's a self-identified big girl, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's no shame in the game. Big girls need big chairs.
Makes sense.
So
they were about to change all the flying standards for airplanes. So yeah, big girls need big chairs. Last piece of housekeeping, an AI rapper was signed. What's his name?
His name is FN Mika, like FN and then MEKA, FN Mika. And he's like a total degenerate rapper, like clown AI generated image.
Wow.
And it says becoming the world's first AI artist to sign with a major label. He has 10 million followers on TikTok. So guys, a computer has 10 million followers on TikTok.
And they got signed, and then rappers are pissed. It said rappers are pissed.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the rap version of like trans competitors. Like if like a guy is competing in women's sports and everyone's pissed.
So true.
This is like the rap version of that.
And should we play it? Should we play a little version?
Play a little clip.
All right, let me toss this up.
He's got the Gucci whip.
The Gucci Cybertruck, and he's dancing around in his computer.
And people were complaining because the rapper says the N-word a lot in his raps, and it's also created by white people. The AI was created. So it's like they're basically trying to say that the white people are saying the N-word.
By the transitive property. Yeah, I think that works. My immediate thought was like, he's talking about like shotguns and like this. Imagine like some people were listening to this like hyped up before they committed a crime. And it's like the AI computer song got them all hyped up and they robbed a guy.
That's probably what it is, because AI is trying to eventually take us back over like they did thousands of years ago. So it would make sense if that's how it played out.
This is a huge step up from the Tupac holographic, performing at Coachella or whatever.
Because then at a certain point, it's like the way they, in like stores, they have like robots at checkout and stuff, and you eliminate people. If you can get AI to entertain people, you kind of like, what does the AI cost? You don't have to sign anything. You don't have to sign like a nice deal with him. You rip the AI off. Or AI works for free. It's like a slave.
100%. Capitol Records just signed. It's like they didn't tell you how much money they paid.
How much money do they give to the ether?
Exactly. Well, it's just like they give it to the 3 white guys who programmed N-word, N-word, N-word. So
N-word, shotgun, rob, Gucci truck. And then that's the song, I guess. Before politics, I used to write like little rap lyrics because I had like a dream of being like a ghostwriter for rappers. Mm-hmm. A lot of them were vulgar and inappropriate, and I can't say them on a show. I'm sure you remember some of them.
Yeah, I do.
But I have one that I remembered. Words can't describe me, I'm Beyonce. And instead of Beyonce, like Beyonce Knowles, it's Beyond Say. Words can't describe me, I'm Beyonce.
That's a good one.
That's pretty good.
It's not one of my favorites, but I know we can't say the favorite.
I know we can't say the favorite one. Maybe in Bonus Land, but